Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakar Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers laboring in this truth worldwide to wake up the elect of the children of Israel. This lesson is going to be entitled Darkened Windows. Alright? I got two articles queued up, and we're going to filter through the scriptures. Alright? This first article was done by Washington Post. And the headline is, "There's something terribly wrong. Americans are dying young at alarming rates." Alright? And that word Americans is always a buzzword for what? White Americans, so-called white Americans, who are Esau Edom, the children of Esau. Alright? And it says, this was done November 26, 2019, year Karagma. Death rates from suicide, drug overdoses, liver disease, and dozens of other causes have been rising over the past decade for young and middle-aged adults, driving down overall life expectancy in the United States for 3 consecutive years. According to a strikingly bleak study published Tuesday that looked at the past 6 decades of mortality data. Now that should automatically bring something to mind, right? Because these death rates are curses being put back on who are our enemies. Now keep in mind, this is not only happening in the United States. It's happening in Japan. It's happening in China. It's happening in Russia. All these are the enemies of who? Yasharallah. Alright? This is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. "And Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." Right? So these curses are now being placed on our enemies. One of the curses that we're going to be left few in number. All right. Another curse is we're going to have pestilence. Matter of fact, let's get one of them. Deuteronomy 28. Let's say 39. Let's see. No, 21. "And the Most High shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee, until he have consumed thee from off the land, whether thou goest to possess it. And the Most High shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with an inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish." All right? So these curses are being who? Put back on Esau. And we know Yahweh Shai controlled the issues of death, right? Let's get that. Psalms 68, start at verse 19. Says, "Blessed be the Most High, who daily loadeth us with benefits, even the power of our salvation. He that is our power is the power of salvation, and unto power the Most High belongeth the issues of death." So you see over here life expectancy being driven down over the last 10 years. Guess who's doing it? It's Yahweh Shai. Matter of fact, this is Deuteronomy 32 and 39. And it reads, so as I get there, "See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. All right. So who's doing this? Yahweh Shah. All right. It says, despite spending more on health care than any other country, the United States has seen increasing mortality and falling life expectancy for people aged 25 to 64, right? Who should be in their prime, who should be in the prime of their lives. In contrast, other wealthy nations have generally experienced continued progress in extending longevity. All right. It says, although early research emphasized rise mortality rate among non-Hispanic whites, right? Who was non-Hispanic whites? Well, it's the Edomites. All right. It says in the United States, a broad trend detailed in this study cuts across gender, racial, and ethnic lines. See, Esau always puts lies. He'll put a little truth in there, and then he'll drop some lies in there too, right? It says by age group, the highest relative jump in death rates from 2010 to 2017, 29%, has been among people aged 25 to 34, right? So them being made small among the heathen, man. Yeah, let's get that. It's Obadiah chapter 2 says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. And that's twofold. Let's go into that word, small. Strong's H 6996.
Strong's H 6996. Katan. Gesenius Lexicon. Katan. Second entry.
Damn.
Katon.
All right. Young, small, insignificant, unimportant. So they're insignificant. The Most High is making them insignificant. And he's also making them what? Small. All right. Now that's twofold. Let's go back. It says, this is Obadiah 1 and 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, small in number and insignificant. Thou art greatly despised. Yeah, and they are greatly despised by every nation under heaven, man. All right. Let's see what else we can glean out of this article. Let's see. Let's see. It says it's supposed to be going down as it is in other countries, said the lead author of the report, Stephen Wolf. Directors of the Center of Society and Health in Virginia Commonwealth University. The fact that the number is climbing, there's something terribly wrong. Well, who's controlling it? Where's Yahweh Shah? He said many factors are at play. The opioid epidemic is a major driver of the worrisome numbers. Who's the opioid epidemic affecting? Well, it's not affecting the children of Israel. It's affecting these Edomites. It says the opioid epidemic is a major driver of the worrisome numbers, but far from the sole cause. The study found that improvements in life expectancy, largely because of lower rate infant mortality, they're not having babies either, began to slow in the 1980s, long before the epidemic came to a national tragedy, right? Well, who is the national tragedy affecting? It's not affecting the Israelites. Why? Because Yahweh Shah is turning these curses back on our enemies. All right. Says the 33,000 excess deaths are an estimate based on, and it's an estimate, so it's bigger than that, based on the number of all-cause midlife deaths from 2010 to 2017 that would be expected if mortality was unchanged versus the number of deaths actually recorded by medical examiners. Now, keep in mind, when they die of an opioid and they have different drugs in their system, they give the family a choice of what to put down as a cause of death. So most of them don't put down drug overdose because it's shameful. So this rate is much, much higher than what they're putting on. Let's go to this second article, right? It says, this is USA Today, a distinctly American phenomenon. Our workforce is dying faster than any other country, like any other wealthy country, study shows. It's done on the same day, November 26, 2019, year Caragua. That should bring a precept to mind right there, right? It says our workforce is dying faster than any other, right? Why is that? Because they don't see any hope. They don't see any, like the name of the lesson, the windows be darkened, right? So this is Ecclesiastes 12 and verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few. Yeah, man, it's going to be few workers, man, right? And those that look out of the windows be darkened. And that's what's going on, man. They don't see any hope. That's why the suicide rate going up. That's why they dying off these opioids. We know ultimately it's because of Yahweh Shah. But these are the causes of where Yahweh Shah is executing his judgment. And the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And that's what's going on, man. There's no hope in this place. Salakia. Says story highlights the life expectancy of the United States, 78.6 years as of 2017, is well off the average in Japan, 84.1, France 82.4, Canada 81.9, and other high-income countries. Mid-life mortality from drug overdoses increased by 386.5%. Damn. Call lawyer, how about Shower Shy? Says from 1999 to 2017. Wow. Says according to a new study published Tuesday in the Journal of American Medical Association, what can we do? Well, there's nothing you can do, right? Matter of fact, neither is there any that can deliver out of Yahweh Shaheen, man. All right? This is the book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil done in the city, and the Most High have not done it? Who's doing this, man? Yahweh Shah. And there's nothing or no one that can deliver you out of his hand. At all. All right? And I always mix those up. And I had it right the first time. Salaki. This is 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6. The Most High killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Most High maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. Yeah, man. So who's doing this? There's nobody can deliver out his hand. Where's Yahweh Shah? What can we do? The prescription for the country is we've got to help these people. Yeah, man. They trying to help their people. But when it was a crack epidemic caused by their people, they locked us up to get what? Free labor. Right? Because of that perpetual hatred that's never ceased since the blessing. They sold their birthright. Right? It says, and if we don't, we're literally going to pay with our lives. Yeah, you paying with your lives already, man. All right? It says American deaths from alcohol, drugs, and suicide highest level in years. Why? Because they don't have any hope. You know, the windows is darkened. All right? It says the engine that powers the world's most potent economy is dying at a worrisome pace. Distinctly American phenomena with no easy discernible cause or simple solution. See that? So if the world economy is powered by this whore, which is Babylon, a consumer nation, guess what? If there's nobody here to buy your shit, this place is going down. Thus saith Yahweh Shah. And you know, Yahweh Shah does things beautifully, man. He's attacking this place in all different facets. You know, he's attacking the crops. You know, he's causing red tide to be constantly on the coast of the East Coast, to where the fishing is being taken away. You know, he's constantly hitting this place with jab here, jab there, jab here, jab there, to the point when the final straw hit, hey man, you done, Esau. Your kingdom is finished. All right? Let's see what else we got here. It says, there are some of the conclusions from a comprehensive new study by researchers at the Virginia Commonwealth University that we just read, showing that mortality rates for U.S. adults ages 25 to 64 continue to increase. Right? Why are you doing that? It says continue to increase, driving down the general population's life expectancy for at least 3 consecutive years. It says the report, life expectancy and mortality rates in the United States, 1959 to 2017, was published Tuesday in a journal of the American Medical Association. The study paints a bleak picture of a workforce plagued by drug overdoses, suicides, and organ system disease while grappling with economic stresses. You see that? Yahweh Shah is the master chess player, man. He's hitting them in so many different levels that they ain't gonna recover. Matter of fact. Yeah, man. This is Jeremiah 51. And verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. Yeah. And that goes right in line with Revelations 18 and 4. Well, you got to deliver yourself. How you deliver yourself? By coming out of the ways of America. All right? Start following the customs that you were meant to follow. Go the old path. All right? It says, be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Most High's hand, and have made all the earth drunken, and all the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Yeah, man. They gave women rights to the point where they can be over man and all these other nations follow it. And now guess what? They're in the same suit as far as mortality rate. And it's all done by who? Yahweh Shah. All right? Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain? If so, be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment have reached unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. Yeah, man. And that's what's going on. So there's no help for you, Babylon. You know? Says, this looks like an excellent paper, just what we needed to help unravel. How you gonna unravel it? You can't unravel it. The overall decline in life expectancy in the U.S., right? Ain't no unraveling, man. You can't figure it out. This is all the will you. How about Shah, right? Let's see. What else we got here? There's more of the same. You know what? That's going to be it for the lesson, man. Because Yahweh Shah is playing chess while they playing checkers. All right? Let's read this again in Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 7. Babylon have been a golden cup in the Most High's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain. If so, be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. Right? The Lord willing has been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers laboring in sincerity and in truth to wake up the elect of the children of Israel. Till the next time I say Shalom. DTA and a Bible ball.